Hello everyone, we're going to do checkerboard, which is also known as Knightsbridge. I have an older video of a requested Knightsbridge, and Mimi also has a Knightsbridge video, but I'm going to do it again. I've learned some things from watching my old video, especially since I was off screen quite a bit. And I'd like to tackle this again a little differently. So Knightsbridge is simply a checkerboard. It can be done in, as you can see here in my kind of a thumbnail from YouTube. My old one I had done just sort of almost a straight checkerboard, and then a really random thing, and then in a circle. I still want to do various shapes, but I think I want to do it slightly different. I want to think about it more. But basically, you just fill in every other block. You make a grid of whatever size and shape you want, and then you fill in every other block. That's all there is to it. Super simple, basic, probably one of the earliest and simplest patterns out there. But I want to think about composition a little bit better than I did last time. Last time I did it kind of in a hurry. I was on my way to work. I didn't think. So let's think a little bit harder this time. I'm going to make myself a border of where I want this pattern to be. And I do really like the circle, but I think I want more than one. Actually, maybe I'll make it even bigger. About like that, and about like that. Okay, and I want to be a little more precise with this one than I did with the last one. So I'm actually going to use my circle maker to draw my circles. Excuse me. Goodness sakes. So I want to just kind of, since I didn't have a particular size of these circles, I'm going to just eyeball it because it doesn't really matter. I'm going to stick it about there. And I'm going to do this about here. Get a nice circle going. I was pretty close with my circle, wasn't I? Yeah, I was pretty close. Okay, this one I actually want. It's too big. It needs to go further out here. Yeah, let's do that. Still bigger than I wanted. Here. Okay, about like that. Okay. Does that seem right? No, not where I want it. Okay, let's erase that. We'll go a little bit further. We'll go a little bit tighter in. A little bit taller. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's do it about here. Something like that. That's better. It's more of what I wanted. And then this one, I think I'm just going to use one of these. Like so. Actually, I think I want another one. I wasn't planning on another one, but I think I want one that's comes into the corner. Like so. And then another smaller one that's kind of close to here. Okay. All right, I like that composition pretty well. Now, I'm going to go ahead and draw these borders and the circles. I'm going to go ahead, let me just do this. With these ones, I'm going to go ahead and use the circle maker to make my circle nice and sturdy. Those are the ones I drew like that. And this is that shape. And this one is this shape. Trying to be as precise as I can with these as compared to the last one, which was kind of wonky because I didn't use any kind of tool. That's better. Okay, and then I want to do a border edge, and then we'll think about where we want to put our shaping, our grid lines. I'm going to start with my orbs, my rounds. Okay, I do like that composition much better, much better. Let me erase some of my pencil marks so that those don't distract me in any way. Yes, you can use pencil. Yes, you can use tools. Yes, you can use an eraser, because I am not doing Zentangle. I am just drawing patterns, and you can get there any way you see fit. Remember that. Okay, now I want my globes. I do like the way I did my globe on the sample that I did on the previous one, so I'm going to do it very similarly. And I'm going to draw curved arch. I'm making these fairly close together because I'm going to do scale, and I'm going to make the background bigger. Last time I made all my objects kind of have the same scale, and I found that as I was watching it back, I wasn't as interested in that. Okay. Now I should have done this differently, and I didn't. Too late now. I'll do it with this one. There we go. Why I didn't think about that earlier, I don't know. Okay, this one's like that, which is fine. It's curved, it's a round object, but I should have done like this. There. That makes a different kind of curve. And I think I like that better. So I will do that on here as well. But these big ones are going to go ahead and have this kind of curve. That's fine. We'll have just two different kinds of curves. Sorry about the dog next door. Nothing I can do about him. That, and this one down here is going to go like that. Okay, so now I have my rounds and they're ready for coloring. What is the point of coloring the Knightsbridge? It is just checkerboard. It's every other one. That's all you have to do. And like I said in my other video, if you watched that, the simplest way to do this is to just start. I start in the middle. And I'm going to go ahead and use my bigger or my brush pen, one or the other. Maybe my brush pen. Let's see. I'm just going to start right here. Oh no, I don't like this brush pen for this. It's too floppy. Where's an 08? There, a nice big marker. So you're going to color that in. And then you're going to go every other one. Like so. Usually the first row I will go ahead and just do the every other one. And then the rest of them I'll think about the corner and the diagonal. That's the easiest way to do your every other one, is to make sure you've hit your diagonals. Okay, simple, right? Now I want to make sure I hit the next one so that I'm at the diagonal of these two. Over here. Okay, diagonal. Diagonal is right here. So what should we talk about as we're coloring in? I'm going to try to find what I do with my prompt cards. I've lost them. There they are. My desk is a mess. So I have these cards. Some of you will probably have already seen them. They're from an old board game from the 70s called Tell It Like It Is. But they're good prompt cards. How would you define love? Wow. I don't know how I would define love. I think it's putting someone else's needs and wants and desires ahead of yours. Sometimes they're the same. Sometimes you are on the same wavelength with another person and what you want is exactly what they want. But not always. And sometimes it's just putting someone else ahead of you. And it doesn't mean that you ignore your own wants, needs, desires, and you just only do what the other person wants, needs, and desires. But it's putting others in front of you. I love a lot of people in my life. I guess it's not always doing it though, because I mean, you do have to have boundaries. And there are people that I love, that there are some things I just, I love you dearly, but I'm not going to do that. I don't know. It's a deep and profound longing and caring for someone else. It's wanting that person to be happy. That's a weird question. this is going to take a while. It always does, because it's the coloring in part. You want to fast forward a bit and get past my chit-chatting and move on. You're welcome to do so. I think I've decided that in the background, I'm going to use my white pen. I think that will make it interesting. If you watch my old video, you'll notice I use the word string when I say I'm going to draw a string. That's nomenclature from Zentangle, and I used to do Zentangle and I no longer do so. So you can go on to the Zentangle website or follow a Zentangle instructor to learn about strings, but we no longer, the group that I'm in now, we no longer use those terms. So that's an older video. Okay, so this one was fairly straightforward because it was an easy one. This one, let's do the black one in the middle. And then we're going to go every other one. So we're going to skip that one. We're going to do this one. Skip that one. Do this one. Skip that one, do this one. Now we're going to go into the corner. That one and that one, I'm going to touch here in the corners. So when you have odd shapes, that makes it easier, is if you're thinking about the corners or the diagonal. That one. It's this one. Okay, so now this one, since this one I did with the black one right in the middle, I'm going to do this one the other way around. So I'm going to leave that one white, so then this one will be black. And so will this one. And this one. I may have to change to my smaller pen. Make it a little bit thinner. Let's go down to little 5. So this one's black, this one's white, this one's black. Black. Diagonal. This one is on the diagonal. And this one. And this one. And this one. And this one. Now see, even though I did these exactly the same, because I colored them differently with the black in the middle here and that one not, they look different. They're the same, but they look different. I think that's interesting. Alright, and then this one will be colored the same as this one, and we'll just pick one. Doesn't matter where you start. I'll go every other one. And a diagonal. Okay, diagonal. Okay, and over here. Now you could, if you wanted to, you could color these squares in more randomly. That also is an option. It would be more like a crossword puzzle. You know, skip a few. But that's not where we're going, where I'm going with this. But that you could do it that way. Excuse me. One goes here. There. And diagonal here. But isn't this easy? I mean, you don't even have to think about this pattern. It's some sort of grid. Does not have to be rectangular grid. When I do the background, I'm going to do just a random grid. I'll show you how we do that. But it doesn't have to be rectangular. Well, it doesn't have to be a regular rectangle anyway. I mean, it can be triangular. They usually are a rectangle of some sort. I talked about in my other video that back in the 70s, this was really a big thing for, like, pop art and op art was a big thing, and we did a lot of black and white checkerboard type art. I did a big old full-on pen and ink drawing for my art class. It was huge. with lots of little places. I used this tiny little India ink like dip pen. Oh, it took me forever to do. Could I do a simple drawing? No, I always had to do the more complex things. Always when I took an art class, whatever project I tackled, it always had to be more complex than everybody else's. Did I always get an A? Usually. Did I need to do that much work to get an A? No, I really actually didn't need to do that much work. I could have gotten an A with a much simpler project, but that was not me. Okay, so there's our ball-like shapes all drawn in checkerboard. Now, I'm going to use my white gel pen, my Uniball Signo pen, and make sure that it's... Where's a piece of scrap paper? Oh, I lost all semblance of organization here. I'm going to just clean off the tip on just a piece of scrap paper. And then I'm going to do some random lines in the background here. They don't have to be straight. They do have to not, they do have to not smudge. Smudging is bad. Come on, draw. We're going to go kind of outward from that corner, I guess. That looks good. Maybe one here. Okay, so I went that way with that. And then I need it to dry so I can go the other way without smudging. I'm doing like more random shapes over here. Okay. I feel like I need some more lines going this other way. Like that's not enough. So let's go this way. make sort of triangular shapes. Rectangular or triangular. I keep going kind of this way. Where's my scrap piece of paper? I'm getting a bit of cloggage at the bottom tip of my pen. That's better. Okay, there we go. I like that. And now, instead of filling in with my Uniball pen, which is really bright, I think I'm going to fill in with my white colored pencil. It's still bright, but it's less in your face. And I'm just going to pick a square. And color. And then it's a little less obvious where to go next, right? Clearly you're going to do this one, skip that one, do this one. Skip that one, do this one. Yes. I need to sharpen this pencil. Pardon me. Give myself a better tip here. Okay. So the next one, you want to make sure you're touching your tips, because see, it's kind of hard to figure out. I know that if I'm going this way on this stripe, I'd skip that one and I would go to here, but I also know that I'm touching this tip here. This one, you'd skip that one, you would do this one. And see how they're touching in the corners? Like diagonal. That helps you keep track of where every other one is. So that one, so it would be this one. I feel like I'm wiggling the camera. I am a little bit. Huh. I really need a different setup so that my okay, so this one is white, so this one should not be white. So this one would be white. And this one, because it's diagonal from these two. So this one. That one. So it's this one. And it's this one. It's the corner. It's the corner. Look how fun that is. It's this one, but it would not be that one, right? It would not be that one. It'd be this one here in the corner. Same with here. It would be this big shape here, which is not a square or a rectangle. It's got multiple sides. So skip that one. You would do this one. You would do this one. You'd skip this one, you'd do this one. Like I said, back in the 70s, I got good at these. I did a lot of them. It was something that I just enjoyed doing. Didn't have to think. At least not very hard. This one. And it'd be not that one, it'd be this one. So it's this one, it's not going to be that one, not going to be that one, it's going to be this one. So it really doesn't matter where you start as long as you remember to keep going with your every other one. So it's this one, so it's not going to be that one, right? So it's going to be this big one. Coming this way down this stripe. So it's this one, it's not that one. See, it's not that one, so it's going to be this one. Coming this way down this stripe, it's solid, clear, solid, clear, solid. And in that little triangle right there, clear, solid. Okay. So solid, clear, solid. Clear. Right? So solid, because it's got a triangle. Need more. Sharpen my pencil again. This one. So this one's clear, right? If that one's clear, and that one's clear, then this one's solid. That one's clear, this one's solid. Then this one, and this one. Okay, then this one. And this one. And it would be this one. And this one. Then if this one's solid, I mean clear, then this one's solid here. This one's solid here. This one's solid here. This one's solid here. It should come out right when I come out this direction, if I've done it right. This one's solid. That one's clear. This one's solid. This one's solid. This one's solid. That one's clear. This one's solid. This one. If this one's solid, that one's clear, right? And that one's clear, so this one's solid. And this one's solid. I think that came out right. Clear, solid. Yep. Okay. Okay, she's done. Fill that up a little bit better. Okay, now the question is how is she living? Do I want her like that? Do I want her like that? No, I want her like that. I want that one like that. Okay, so let's sign her. And do like that. All right, I'm happy with that. That was a lot longer than it needed to be. Well, no, not really. It's a lot of coloring in. I knew coloring in was going to take a while. All right, there you go. You guys have a great day. This is simple and easy to do. Anyone can do this. Make yourself any sort of line, pattern, crossing. They can be straight, they can be round, they can be weird angles, and then just color in every other one. Super simple. All right, you guys have a great day. I will see you on the next video. And I really like the way this one turned out. I'm much happier with this one than the one I did before. All right, you guys have a great day. See ya. Bye-bye.